The Epiphany is much more than a story about three kings. It's a story of the vision of Christ for this whole world. It's about God's commitment to reach out to all the world with God's own redeeming love and the power of that love in each of our lives. And so the star is the light, Christ's way of living, bringing light to the darkness of a world held hostage oftentimes by fear and mistrust and suspicion and discouragement, the tragedy of intolerance, and sometimes all of that justified in the name of religion, political allegiance, ethnic and racial discrimination. Herod. King Herod was afraid, and it led him to massacre all of the male children, 2 years old or younger, living near Bethlehem. Destroy, creating darkness rather than seeking the light of the nations. There's a lot of Herods in our world today. Hurtful things, attitudes that extinguish the light. And what we need to remember as a community, not all roads lead to heaven. We know that from experience and from the experience in our world. But the Epiphany reminds us that there's not a means that God won't use to help us to get there and to reach that goal, even using a star. So the child of the Magi visit today offers a vision worth traveling a very long distance to experience. What are the implications of that visit? What's the implication of our lives trusting that the Lord will lead us in the right path? The implication is that no one who is to be excluded from the light of Christ. There does not exist among you, Jew or Greek, slave or free man, male or female. No longer insiders and outsiders. All are included in God's plan for salvation. All are one in Christ Jesus. So whether we are young or old, female or male, rich or poor, black or white, from the south or the north, from the east or the west, from a famous school or a very ordinary one, employed or unemployed, healthy or sick, God will pursue you. How? We really don't know how. When? We don't know when. So today when we pray, that we have the insight, the wisdom, the love that will enable us to transform the way we see things, even if it's a star, the way we hear things and the way we do things. And may we, with courage, undertake that long journey in our own lives, investing in a place we have never been, may have never seen, even if it means taking another route or another way